Black Magic, Volume 1, Scott. What do you
Damn.
think of this?
I liked it.
Did.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was good. Got the good writing I think that we expect from Rucka there. Strong female characters, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of setup in this one. There's obviously there's a lot of history in this. Witches that have been around for hundreds of years that are living among us, and somebody seems to be wanting to take them out or at least really mess with them in some way. But I feel like it's just really scratching the surface, in a lot of ways on it.
Yeah, it is a lot of world building. And it's just that one character you can learn about her and her day job. And
Yep, the fact that, well, one of them is the main character that we're focused on is a detective. Yeah, police officer. Seems to be, that she's got, a friend that they've known each other for hundreds of years. Is that one like a teacher or something like that, I think? Or
maybe they've
it
known
seemed
each other
like
hundreds of years.
they made
So are they
some
like not 30,
comment.
25?
No.
Oh. Do
No.
they suck people's souls to stay young?
I'm not entirely sure what they do, but
Huh.
they've been
I don't
around
know
the
if I
block for a while.
picked that up.
Yeah, there was some part there towards the end where they talked about, at least in particular, the blonde one, that she was much older than she looked.
Hmm.
Now, for our main character, I don't know for sure, but I think I just kind of, there was maybe like something that alluded to the fact that they had been friends, or known each other for a long period of time.
Cool. Yeah, I really like the art. Like, I'm not usually a super big fan of the kind of more photorealistic
Photorealistic.
stuff, but I thought it has just enough of, like, with the. She got kind of like a grayscale, almost looks like a pencil thing going on. I'm sure it's not a pencil, but I'm sure it's all digital, but it just looks. I like the look of it. It kind of gives it a soft edge.
That is a very good point. I like the fact that it did go black and white for the most, or the grayscale.
Yeah,
I
the
think it
grayscale's cool.
really helped that with this kind of photorealistic look, and the occasional color,
Yeah,
especially
like if
like
there's magic, they do like a splash of
yes,
color.
exactly, which really allows that magic, effects to pop. So
Yeah.
I really did like that creative choice.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I dug it. So yeah, I enjoyed it more than I thought. The thing Rucka does good is he does good characters and he builds suspense and mystery and kind of I don't know like
Well, he's good at developing the characters, but I think I like the fact that he lets you know in words what he feels you need to know. I feel like he lets the art really try to speak a lot of times.
yeah, he tends not to overwrite.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And, I mean, there is dialogue in here, and there is honestly throughout this, there's a decent amount of dialogue, but there's not like these big blocks of trying to set things up or saying where there's at or trying to give a big long soliloquy about something. It's just speaking what he feels you need to know and let the rest of the art really show, through actions of what's going on.
yeah. As I read more comics, I really appreciate the writers and artists who understand pacing and the economy of words and the economy of a page and just how to like it's how to make things flow well and not like overbeat you over the head with too much of anything.
I think so. Yeah, to keep things moving and, not make the reader bored or, try to spell everything out. I don't know that I necessarily need to, but there is it's a fine line to
It
go.
is. It really is.
It really
Absolutely.
is. Because in some cases, if you don't give them enough, they'll be like, what the heck? I don't know where
Yeah,
the
I've
hell
read
this is
those
going.
comics too. Where I'm
That's
like, I
right.
don't know what the fuck is going on.
That's right. Exactly. And yeah, so I really do appreciate how he's done with this, where it's given me enough to go on, still build up these characters, and just enjoy. I think in a lot of ways the world that he's trying to build.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that after we talked about it, we were like, oh yeah, it hasn't really ended. It hasn't come out for like 3 or 4 years, and so
Well, and that's the problem that I think I had with this. I mean, I can't remember how many issues is this. It's
like 5.
five or six, yeah. So probably 5 issues, and it is all just a lot of just flat out world building and setup of things, trying to put some pieces into place, but trying to set up a lot of the mysteries, the questions, And, unfortunately, it was enough that I liked it enough that I was curious, so that's why I did, after reading it, I'm like, oh, how far does this go? And I was honestly curious, does it end?
Yeah.
And then as I'm looking, it's like, oh no, this came out, started in 2016 and it's still just kind of coming out piece by piece, a little bit. Maybe some of the other arcs do some things, but the way that this is set up and how cliffhanger-ish it kind of ends on,
Yeah.
I it kind of scares me for that investment, a
Yeah.
little bit where it's like, I suppose I could enjoy the ride, but if it really ends up going nowhere, how disappointing will that be?
Yeah. I hear you.